Today's video is all about coastal DIYs. Summer's fast approaching, so I want to get a head start, and I used a lot of Dollar Tree items for these DIYs today. So if you like this video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. This one I'm going to use a Dollar Tree crate, Dollar Tree palette, and some ribbon. And this little crab I got from Joann's, but I believe Dollar Tree carries it as well, and I use my Cricut. This one's super simple. All I'm going to do is add a little off-white paint, a little bit on the palette. I'm not going to fully cover it. Now for the crab, you can paint it any color you like. I want it to look more realistic, so I painted it with some red. I added a little yellow, and then I do add some brown and mix a little black in the claws to make it look real. I'm going to apply down the vinyl that I created on my Cricut. It's just going to say, I'm not crabby. I think it was very fitting for this DIY. Now this is how the crab turned out, and I think it's really cute. All I'm going to do is hot glue it to the palette. Now I'm going to take that wood crate. I did not paint it, I left it natural. I'm going to take the ribbon. All I'm going to do is wrap it on the outside. Just going to use a little bit of glue and trim the edges because it is kind of wide. Like I said, it's really easy to make, and you can actually paint this if you don't like it natural color, but I wanted to make it natural. And or you can add some shells and stuff like that and decorate the top, but I just left it as is. Made it very simple as possible. So now I'm just going to trim off that ribbon, and that's pretty much it for this crate. I want to place the palette right in front of the crate, and in order for it to stand, I'm just adding some glue at the bottom, and I'm going to hold it for a few minutes for it to hold in place. You can see that I'm trying to get it to stay towards the front, and then once it holds, it's fine. And that's pretty much it for this project. Like I said, you can add some shells or whatever, but I thought it was really cute this way. You could place it on your shelf. Super cute. This one I'm going to use a wood plank. I got this from Temu, but Dollar Tree carries something similar. And we're going to use some nautical rope, and these are from Dollar Tree as well. I'm going to start off by painting this with white, and I'm just going to give it one coat because I'm going to add some other colors using a sponge. So I got this sponge from Dollar Tree, just cut a little piece, and I'm going to dab on some color. It's like a sandstone color. It's very light, but looks like sand. And this is another easy DIY. And so I'm just going to dab on the paint, and then I'm going to use another color. I believe it's like a turquoise, but it's a very, very light turquoise. It could even be cool blue, I think it's called. I'm not sure. I'll list the names. So now I'm just dabbing on that color. I wanted to look different, and I didn't want a solid color on this one. So now I'm going to take those little anchors off that piece that came from Dollar Tree. And I'm going to use two of them. I'm going to paint them with the same color. It's like a light turquoise. So now everything's nice and dry. I'm going to take that rope. Now this is from Dollar Tree. So now just placing down some glue first, and then I'm going to place the rope right on top, and then kind of shape out the R. And then once I have the R shape, I'm going to place down some more glue. I guess you'll see what I'm doing. It's pretty easy. So I'm spelling out the word relax. Now I'm just shaping the L. And then I was trying to figure out how I can do the A. So I kind of made a circle and just double backed around the circle to make the A. So they have the other rope at Dollar Tree, the white rope. You can use this as well, but I think that one is really, really thick, and the thinner the better, I believe. So now I'm just finishing that A. Like I said, I was having a little hard time with that because I didn't really want to cut the rope and then add the rope to it again. I wanted to, flow nice. Now I'm trying to make the X. I'm trying to figure out, should I cut it? So I end up cutting the X because I had no choice. So now I'm going to add the other part of the X and hot glue that right over the top. And that's it for the word relax. This is just something simple you can place around your house. It's not really bright. It's kind of neutral in a sense, but it does have a little color. So now I want to add the anchors. I didn't have the word over enough to the right because I wanted one on the left, one on the right, but I was able to squeeze it in. So I'm just going to go ahead and hot glue them down. So if you want to hang it, you can add some jute twine like I did. I just took a piece of jute twine and I wanted to look rustic, so I grabbed the jute twine and created a little knot, and I cut the knot out and placed it in front of the sign and then placed the jute behind it to look like it was going through the sign. And that's it for this project. It was super easy and really adorable for coastal decor. For this one, we're going to use some nautical pins from Dollar Tree and this little table decor, and I used my Cricut. Now, I thought I was able to get the back out on this one, but when I took it apart, I looked, and you cannot take the back apart. I was like, okay, so I have to use the back. I had to remove the clip, which left a little indentation, which I try to cover with some spackle. I went ahead and started painting it, and I'm going to use, it's called Cool Blue. Start off with that first, and then I'm going to paint the top part of it. It's called Admiral Blue. Kind of mix kind of colors together. Add a little white. I'm trying to get it to look the way I want it to look, like an ocean view. So like I said, I wasn't able to use the front of this little piece, so I used the back, and it does have that little part where I tried to cover it with Dollar Tree spackle. You still can see it, unfortunately. I was thinking I should have reversed it and made that go towards the bottom. But anyways, now I'm just blending in the Admiral Blue, and I'm adding a little white. Like I said, I'm just trying to create a ocean view background that I like. And then I added a little more Admiral Blue, and eventually I got it to where I like it. And then, like I said, I used my Cricut, and I'm going to place down the vinyl at the top. Now I'm going to take those little pins apart. They have like the little clothespin in back. I'm just going to remove it, and so this way it lays flat. And then I'm going to use these little dot stickers from Dollar Tree instead of using hot glue because it just causes such a mess. So I'm going to place two in back of the little boats and then place it on the sign. I'm only going to use 3 of the boats. Like I said, I'm just going to place them at the bottom and placing down those little dots so this way it stays. I did add a little white to the sign to make it look like waves. These little boats are really cute. Now I'm going to take the vinyl that I created on my Cricut and place it at the top. Now when I place down the second row of my vinyl, you can see where it took off the paint and the vinyl wouldn't stay. So I had to do everything off camera and fix it because it pulled the paint off. right where that indentation was, and I had to repaint it. But in the end, it comes out adorable, and this is how it turned out. All right, everything here is from Dollar Tree. This is the glass bowl, and it's the small one. I'm going to use these glass gems and some sand. This is really simple and easy, and a little tea light. So I'm going to use all the gems, all the colors, and I'm going to use hot glue. Now you can use glue like E6000 or super glue, probably best. It's not as messy. But for video purposes, I just use the glue gun, and I'm just going to start at the top and place some glue in back of the gems and place it on the glass jar. I try not to put too much glue because the heat and everything on the glass can make it shatter, so I had to be careful. So all I'm going to do is place the gems on that little fishbowl and all the way to the bottom. And then I'm going to add the sand. Now I got that from Dollar Tree, and I noticed that Dollar Tree has white sand too. So if you like white sand, you could certainly use that as well. Now the little tea light that I got from Dollar Tree was like an orange tint to it. Now I couldn't find anything that had the white, like a white tea light. I think it would look better. But you can always put like, if you like to sit outside at night, and I believe they have those candles like mosquito repellent candles or something. You can place those inside as well, but in the meantime, you can make it look really pretty, and you can also keep away the mosquitoes. But that's basically it. Super easy, super pretty, and it didn't take much time to really make. Now I'm going to pour the sand inside and then add the tea light, turn it on, and that is it. And this project is done. I want to give a shout out to Carissa Corman. She sent in a picture of one of my DIYs that I did in my last video. It looks beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing. I love it. And if anybody else wants to share a picture, you can send it to my email or you can send it to Instagram. Thank you for sharing your picture. For this one, we're going to use some Dollar Tree ping pong balls and some food coloring also from Dollar Tree. And I'm going to use some skewer sticks because I'm going to be painting the ping pong balls. So I'm going to take them out of the package. There is one in there that has some print on it that I wasn't able to use. So this is really easy project, and it's so pretty. You don't have to use food coloring, but I decided to because I wanted to see how it came out, and I think it came out really pretty. So I'm going to pull out one of the blue food coloring bottles, and that's what I'm going to use with some Mod Podge. I just put a few dots in there because I didn't want it too dark. I wanted it like a light blue for, coastal theme. And I added a lot of Mod Podge. Now, if you don't want to use food coloring, you can use paint. And I just didn't want to use paint because it leaves like, like brush streaks. Now I need to create some holes. So I'm going to use my Cricut tool, and right where that line is, I'm placing the tool right inside. Then on the other side, I'm going to try to measure it, make sure it's even. I'm going to be placing some jute twine through the holes. And you just got to be careful because you could easily push this in and they're very flimsy. But once I use the Cricut tool, then I use my scissors to make the hole a little wider. Now I placed them on the skewer stick. This way it's easier to paint. Now I'm going to mix up that Mod Podge and that food coloring. And I'm just going to paint them on each one. And you can see that it's a pretty color. Some parts are a little darker than others, but I didn't mind it. And I'm just going to go ahead and paint them all. So as I'm painting them, I'm spinning the skewer stick, just trying to make it as even as possible. So I'm going to finish the rest off camera. So I'm going to be using this Dollar Tree anchor, and I'm going to paint it white on both sides. Now they're all dry. I'm just going to pull them off that skewer stick. And I'm going to be placing some jute twine through the holes. And in order to do that, I have a specific needle. I don't even know where I got it from. It's a very large plastic needle. And I'm just going to fish the jute twine through the holes. So this needle in the back is quite large, and I just had to make sure that I didn't ruin the holes. And so I had once I placed the needle through the holes, I just kind of wiggled it and it went through fine. I don't even know where I got this needle. I'm trying to think. I don't know if I got it at Walmart. I got it somewhere, obviously. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Now I'm going to be using the anchor. I'm just going to place the jute twine through the top, create a little knot for that. And then I did create a tassel offline. I mean, I hope everybody knows how to make a tassel. I'm going to place that on the other side. Like I said, this is a really easy project. It's really pretty. If you want to just have some simple items laying around your home, it's not really gaudy. I mean, like I said, you can make it any color you like. Now I'm using that needle again. I'm just going to place that jute twine through the top of the tassel and then just create a little knot. And then off camera, all I did was add a little seashell to the little tassel part. That's pretty much it. And I place it inside that pretty little beach basket that I got from Dollar Tree. And it's very simple, and I love the way this came out. This one we're going to use a Dollar Tree floral foam wreath, some rope, and this wood anchor from Dollar Tree. This is going to be the last DIY. So I'm going to paint the floral wreath with some white paint, just give it one coat. Now I'm going to be placing some tape around the floral wreath to paint certain areas. It's going to be navy blue. So this video is going up on Mother's Day. So I want to wish everybody a happy Mother's Day. Hope you have a beautiful day. Now I'm going to be using some navy blue paint and just paint in between the tape area. Now in the end, I did add too much blue, so I had to kind of fix it and add some white. You know, it depends on what you like. I didn't want too much blue. I wanted some of the white in there. So because it's foam, I had to apply 3 coats of the navy blue. Now I'm just going to remove the tape, and you can see there's a lot of blue, so I had to kind of balance it out with some white. That anchor with the same color, navy blue, just give it one, actually 2 coats I gave it. Now I'm going to take some jute twine. This is the wire jute twine from Dollar Tree. I'm just going to place it in back. It's supposed to be 4 areas, but I only placed 3 areas because I'm going to be placing down that anchor, so I needed some room. Now I'm just applying some tape to hold it in place until the glue dries. Now the back is kind of yucky, but you know, if you want to paint the back, go ahead. But I figured it's going to be either on a shelf or towards the wall. Nobody's going to see it. Now I'm going to use the thick rope. So I'm just going to wrap it, I think 4 times, and then place the glue in the back. Now I'm going to use the rope. This is a thinner rope, and I'm just going to place a hoop through the top part of the anchor and then wrap the remaining part around the front of the anchor. Now I'm going to use my pencil and write out the word welcome, and then I'm going to use a white marker and just go over the pencil markings. Now I'm going to take that anchor and just hot glue it down on that little foam wreath. And that is it for this project. And I think it came out super cute. You can either hang it or you can just let it sit on your shelf. And that is it for this project. Well, that's it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope you enjoyed the video. And if you did, please don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. Take care, everyone. I'll see you real soon. Bye-bye.